It's day 3 of my Simple Summer Meals series, and today we're going to be talking about snacking and how it can make or break your goals. I have my notes in front of me, so if I start to look down, that's why. I don't want to miss anything because this one is key. It's really important. So sometimes you can make your meals as healthy as possible, and you can exercise regularly. But it's the unhealthy snacks that will like creep in and get in the way of your health goals. So the more that we eat unhealthy junk foods, the more that we crave them. Sugar has this way; it's addictive. It really is. It's like smoking. Once you start, it triggers something and it makes you crave it more. And sugar is just like that. Because I know when I stopped eating sugar, it took a week or two for me to finally not crave it. So that does take a little bit of time. But the snacks, a lot of things have hidden sugar. I don't drink milk, but if you drink milk, it has hidden sugar. Ketchup has hidden sugar. That's why I started making my own ketchup years ago for my kids when they were little, because I could get rid of the sugar and I could control what I needed to, put in my own food. But so snacking, we have to be extra careful with, because that's where a lot of extra unnecessary calories come from, but also you snack. Sometimes you graze throughout the day and you don't realize how much you've had all day long. When you go, oh, let me grab a handful here and a handful there, and all the next thing you know, you've eaten a whole bag. Okay, I'm guilty of that too, so that's just something we have to be more aware of. But yeah, so the more we eat, the more we crave them. So the most effective way to reduce and get rid of those cravings is just to for one, remove it from your house and not eat it. And then just eat healthy, fresh, whole foods. Even at snack time. If I wanted something sugary sweet, I would eat grapes instead of chocolate. I'd eat a couple grapes, and those are super sweet, and I was like, oh, there's my little sugar craving out of the way. And all I had was a couple grapes. So it's way healthier than eating chocolate and junk food, even though we like chocolate. So snack foods are typically thought of as the prepackaged foods, which almost always is junk food. Not always, but 99% of the time it is. So the challenge is all about redefining the idea of simple, healthy foods, and then arming yourself with the knowledge of how to snack healthy. It's the important piece of the puzzle to maintaining your healthy lifestyle. And once you start seeing those results, you'll be motivated to continue. I know I have. When I know I stop eating sugar, I'm good. So the first important task is to brainstorm and jot down your typical go-tos for snacking. Like I said, food journaling is the best way to find out what you're eating. And don't beat yourself up with it either, because we all eat stuff that we don't realize we eat throughout the day because we're multitasking, watching TV, on our phones, whatever, and we're just grabbing it and eating it. So if you keep a food log for a couple days, you'll actually see what you're eating, and that's a good idea to see what bad things you're eating too that you shouldn't be eating, or unhealthy things that you're eating. Okay, so what do you normally reach for when you want a small snack? Okay, what do you purchase at the grocery store for your snacks? When I go shopping, now, as a nutritionist, and I've been doing this for 15 or more years, I don't go in the middle aisles. That's where all the products, the packaged junk food and everything that's processed is in the middle aisles. I hit the outside of the store, the produce, the meat department for my husband, and then all along the outside. I'll get very little on the inside. I do get my cashew butter and different things like that on the inside aisles, but that's where everything is unhealthy. Okay, so look for your patterns and realize how to tweak them and create healthier patterns. Secondly, and most important, is to brainstorm ideas for new healthy snacks that you can have around regularly. Some simple healthy snacks to have would be fresh raw veggies such as celery and carrots. I know a lot of people don't like the celery. Fresh fruits such as apple slices, bananas, grapes, or melons. Like I said, I do the grapes when I want something sugary. I'll just take a couple and then I'm done. Instead of eating a whole candy bar or something like that. Raw nuts and dried fruit. If you have a dehydrator, you can dry your own fruit, which will be cheaper. I eat raw nuts. That's my go-to snack. I buy a bag of already shelled pistachios. Yeah, it's about $10, but that bag can last me several weeks. And I take a little container of it when I'm working at school during the school year, and that's what I'll grab when I'm hungry to snack on, and even at home. And a lot of times I'll get just walnuts, pistachios, pecans, and cashews, and I'll just mix them all together, and then that's a way healthier snack. There's also protein in there, so you're actually getting a nutrient dense snack instead of a chip that's just not it thinks you're getting filled up, but you're not. It's empty calories. So raw nuts are good. I don't get the salt. I get lightly salted. Yes, we do need salt and iodine in our diet. Because of my thyroid, I'm very yes, you do need some, but you don't need a lot of salt, and you shouldn't have a lot of salt. And don't get the flavored seasoned nuts that come out that they have, because there's extra ingredients in there you don't need, like sugar. Okay, a lot of times they'll put sugar on those jalapeno pistachios or something like that. So check the ingredient list and just go for the raw nuts. If you add the dried fruit with it, there's your little bit of sweetness if you're looking for a sweet snack. Okay, so action steps for today. So jot down your current habits. What are your snack items? And be truthful and don't beat yourself up, because we all, I'm a nutritionist, I'm 99% vegan, but once in a while, look at that, I do have a bite of something that I don't normally eat, which is fine. It's only a bite. When I eat a lot, I can tell, and it makes me sick. And that's stuff that I used to eat all the time on a daily basis, and now it makes me not feel very well. So another action item is consider if your current snack items are healthy. Check the labels, okay? So what new healthy item could you stock up on at your grocery store the next time you go to change your patterns, okay? And that's the thing, is the habit change. It takes, what do they say, 21 days to create a new habit, 90 days for it to solidify. It's a process. Like I said, my whole journey has been a process. It hasn't happened overnight, okay? But stick to one thing and then just stick to it. And once that's a habit, then you can make another change, okay? And that's a whole other series I'll do about habit change coming up. But your recipe-free meal idea today is zoodles. So I don't know how many of you have seen, you probably all have seen, you take the zucchini and you put it through the little spiralizer, which you can get a really cheap one, and you make little noodles so it looks like pasta. And a lot of people will just put olive oil or a dressing or something, which another thing, you get to check the dressings have sugar. Check your dressing labels. Make sure you're not adding more sugar there. That's how sneaky sugar is, okay? So you can make your own dressings. But yeah, we'll get into that another time too. But the zoodles are amazing if you don't want to eat pasta. Like with my husband's diabetes, when we cut out a lot of the pasta, I'll get spaghetti squash, or we'll do the zoodles, and then he'll put our homemade turkey meatballs that I make in my air fryer, and then my homemade pasta sauce, because then there's no sugar in either of those. So, but those are your two action items. Check your snacks, write them down, because you don't realize what you're eating until you actually write it down, because we forget. Especially if you're mindlessly eating, you don't even realize you're eating, okay? So let me know if this was helpful. I will post the zoodle recipe-free meal in the group when we're done, and I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Bye.